parenting mistakes that happen every holiday and how to avoid them. The holiday don't just give your children a break from school. They give parents a rare opportunity to shape character, deepen connection, and prepare your children for life. Now, this is what steward parents do. They don't leave this season to chance. They steward it with intention. They steward the holidays with intention. Let's talk about this. Every holiday leaves something behind, not just photographs, not just memories, not just habits. It leaves an experience for children. Okay, the holiday leaves an experience for children. Okay, it leaves habits, it leaves beliefs, it leaves patterns. It leaves patterns. When school resumes, many parents wonder, why is my child so attached to their phone? Why are they resisting routines? Why do they seem more disconnected than before? Often the answer isn't found in one major parenting failure. No, it is found in small hidden mistakes. It is found in small repeated mistakes that happen throughout the holiday. Okay, thank you all for coming. So here's the good news. What you will learn, okay? What you learn can be changed. This holiday is not just a time to keep your children occupied. Not a time just to, oh, let me go and look for where to dump them. Let me look for where to go and dump these children. They are disturbing. Oh, the holiday is so chaotic. It's so erratic. Let me look for where to dump my children. The holiday is not just that time. The holiday is a time to intentionally prepare your child for life. This holiday is a time to prepare your child for life, because your children will not remain children forever. They are going to grow up, and they are going to, what you should be bothered about is what kind of adults am I raising. Okay, hello amazing parents, you are welcome. My name is Ruth Ikhabomeh, and I founded this platform, the Equitable Parent Hub. You are welcome to today's conversation. Today we are going to be discussing something every parent needs to hear. Okay, most parents don't intentionally make mistakes. They love their children deeply. You have good intention, but love without intentionality can still leave important gaps. Those gaps, you don't see them, but those gaps are still there in your parenting. So now this conversation, today's goal isn't to make you feel guilty or something, but it is a goal. It is to build awareness. Today's conversation is for us to build awareness, for us, so that we can learn, because awareness creates change. It is from awareness, when you know that, okay, these are the gaps that exist during the holiday, you'll be able to make positive changes, and those change shapes generation. These changes that you are going to be making is going to shape generations. There was a time many people believe that if children were safe, they were fed, you feed them well, and you enroll them in holiday lessons, you get them lesson teachers for the holiday, oh, they have done enough. But you realize something, the holidays are passing, children are growing, okay? Time is moving, and something always happens. You are maximizing one of the greatest parenting opportunities of the year. One of the greatest parenting opportunities of the year is the holiday season. Or maximize them. Don't be thinking of bringing lesson teacher or get them busy. That realization will shift your thinking, okay? Now, stewardship means seeing every season, including the holidays, seeing every season, even the school period, as an opportunity to intentionally shape a child's future. Seeing every season. So it's not just, holiday is not just a time to be bored. Holiday is not a time to get overwhelmed, get tired, get tired and overwhelmed by your children's presence. Holiday, good afternoon, ma. Thank you so much for being here. So holiday is not just a time to be bored with your child's presence. Holiday is a time for you to steward their destinies. Every season is a time to take opportunity of them, because it is not going to last forever. It is a short period. So you steward those times. You steward these times, because many parents think parenting pauses during the holiday. You feel, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, parents to stay with their phones, to stay with their gadgets. It doesn't. Children are still learning. They learn every day. Okay, they are learning, they are watching, they are forming habits, they are building beliefs about relationships, about discipline, about responsibility, about technology, about identity, and about family. So your child is learning. They are learning every day. So it's not just about it's not just about, oh, let the child your child is learning. So be very mindful of, use this opportunity, because your child, you are building beliefs, and if you are not intentional about shaping those lessons, something will happen. Okay, if you're not intentional about shaping the habits of your children, you're not intentional about shaping those lessons, the lessons they learn from belief, from the relationship, from everything about around them, something else will shape those mindset, something else to shape their mindset. Now, steward parents understand that every holiday is either building an awakening, or every holiday is either building an awakening or something else. Okay, so the holiday is not just a time, oh, this is just pass. It is not just passing. Every day in your child's life with you matters. Okay, use the opportunity, use the holiday season to build. Now, the 10 hidden parenting mistakes that happen in our parenting that people are not mindful of. They just feel like the child will be fine. Now, first parenting mistake people make, believing that, oh, the holiday will take care of itself. The holiday we erode all those mistakes. Everybody will be fine after all. Let school just resume. Let us go back to school. Everything is now about school. Okay. The first parenting mistakes that parents make is letting screens become the babysitter. You allow screen. Okay, now that they're on holiday, you get them gadgets, you get them, okay, that your tablet that you have not been using during the school year, bring them out, you go and bring it out, you clean it and give it to them, let them start using it. You allow screens to babysit your child. You put your baby, your children, everybody is on screen. Even I remember during the day that my child's school was closing, there was a very small baby was glued to the screen. And now imagine that they were closing the school. So now it's an opportunity for all of them to have time to the screen. But now it's a huge mistake that parents are not mindful about. This is a very big mistake that if parents don't change, it's going to affect their parenting journey. Now, screens are useful tools, but they should never replace conversation. So instead of giving your child have time to have conversation, build connection with your children, creativity, responsibility, and connection, because children need people more than those gadgets, more than those pixels. Avoid it. Okay, how do you avoid it? By setting daily screen times. You don't just, okay, today we just wake up, everybody just does what pleases them. You set daily screen time limits. You create tech-free family times. Replace passive entertainment with meaningful activities. There are a lot of activities that you can connect with your children. There are a lot of activities you can build. That is why you need to be in that class, the holiday advantage. Okay, in that holiday advantage, you get to learn all of these things. Okay, you get to learn all of this stuff. So make sure you sign up and be in that class, the holiday advantage. Now, the second mistake that parents make during the holiday is having no plan for the holiday. Many of in fact, many people still use the plan they use for during the school year to continue even during the break and the holiday. Now that is wrong. Okay, you don't do stuff without plan. You plan your holiday, because without intentionality, holidays become repetitive. They become just wake up, everybody wake up, okay, take your phone and on the television, you sleep, you repeat, and it just goes on and on. But we get to know that holidays have to be planned. Just like the way you planned school year, that's the way you also plan for your holiday. You plan all this stuff, not just, oh, you wake up, you just go on the television. You go to some homes that the screen is always on, always playing, because they're on holiday. Everybody is fighting, hey, everybody's shouting. Now it's time for everybody, because there's no plan. Everybody is no structure. Nobody knows what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody's fighting. Everywhere is chaotic. Now, but steward parents create flexible routines that include learning, that include chores, family time, rest, reading, and creativity with fun. So steward parents are aware that these times are supposed to be used to create all of these things, flexible routines. Okay, they know that this is a time to create flexible routine, because structure creates security. When you don't have structure, you don't have a plan on your about your holiday, these things will not fall in place. It has to be structured. It will not fall in place automatically. Okay, steward parents create flexible routines. It is not automatically. It won't fall into your parenting just like that. You have to be able to intentionally build these structures, because these things have to be planned. Okay, it's not something that happens by default, that happens by accident. They have to be intentionally built. The third mistake that parents make during the holiday season is focusing only on academics. Focusing only on academics. Now, academic lessons matter, yes, but life lessons matter as well. Life lessons matters as well. So it's not just academics. You just say, okay, uh, let us get a lesson teacher for these children. Let us put them under a lesson teacher. Let the lesson teacher come and be teaching them. They will be having lesson every day of the week. Holidays is not a time to continue learning schoolwork. Holiday is not, that's the reason why they call it holiday, the reason why it is called the holiday season. So holiday is not a time to continue what was stopped in the school. You continue, okay, now let's continue our math and English. Holiday is not just a time to focus on academics. Life lessons matters too. Okay, you don't just continue with your academics. So you teach during the holiday season, you teach how to cook, you teach budgeting, you teach time management, you teach household responsibility, the time where your children get to learn how to do their household responsibility. Okay, you teach communication, you teach problem solving, you teach emotional regulation. These things don't happen by chance, they don't happen by accident, they happen by plan, they happen by structure. So you have to be able to learn how to put these things in place, because children need life skills, not just school skills. They also need life skills. They need to learn how to navigate their world. Okay, you need to be able to empower your child to be able to learn how to do this stuff for themselves, because it's not everything, it's not just about academics, it's not just about school skills. Okay, so that's number 3 mistake that parents make that is costly. Now, number 4, the fourth mistake that parents make that is expensive is ignoring your child's gifts, their interests and talents. You don't just it doesn't matter. Many children discover their passion outside the classroom, so everything does not happen in the classroom. Even in the holiday season, you still need to study who your child is. It's still a time for you to find out who your child is. It's not okay now holiday season, you just say, okay, and let me go and dump them in my parents' house. Let me go and dump them with their cousins. Let me take them to their cousins' place. Holiday is not that time for you to go and dump them. Holiday is another time for you to discover their gifts, their interests, and their talents, so that you can build from there. Okay. Now, children, they don't only discover these things while in school. That's why you need to take advantage of the holiday season. That is why you need this course, the holiday advantage. The holiday advantage is a must for every parent. You need to be able to be in that space so that you can learn how to use the holiday advantage to your advantage. Okay. Now, many children don't just, you observe the holiday, your children during the holiday, you observe them, you encourage them. Okay, you expose them to new experiences, new opportunities. The holiday is a season of discovery. The holiday is also a season of discovery. It's not just a time for you to go and dump your children somewhere. It's not just a time for you to be overwhelmed and be thinking these children are here again with all their energy, with all their this one. Your child is there for discovery. So come and learn what you should do with these remaining days, this remaining short period you still have in the holiday, to maximize it, to use the holiday to your advantage, to your child's advantage. Okay, to your own child, to your own parenting. Now, the fifth mistake that parents commit during the holiday is being physically present but emotionally absent. Many parents are like that. You are physically present in your parenting, but you're emotionally absent. You don't even connect to your children's world. You don't even know what's happening there. You are just there. Okay, people are at home. Everybody's at home together. I say, okay, yes, we are all together. But living together is not the same as connecting. Living together, being under the same roof, is not the same as you knowing what is happening in your children's world. Connection grows through conversation. You don't have conversation. You don't know what is happening in your children's world. You say, oh, everybody is fine. Everybody, your children needs you. They need your presence. Okay, it is through connecting it's through your connection with your presence. That is how you'll be able to build this connection. Connection grows through conversation, through shared meals. You get to be able to have shared meals together, games, walks, reading together, laughter. These are the things that makes you emotionally available. These are the things that makes you emotionally available. Not that, okay, you just dump them somewhere. You say, okay, let them just go and be learning. Get them lessons. I'm looking for holiday summer school to go and dump them. Holiday is a time for you to have conversations, shared meals, games, walks, reading together, laughter. These are the things you can build. You can do together during your holiday. Listen to your children, because children remember how home felt. Your child will remember how home felt, not just the things you provided for them, not the lesson teacher. They may not remember all this stuff. So, but your connection with them, they remember how they felt, how emotionally available you were during the holiday season. Now, the sixth mistake that parents make is giving instructions without conversations. You just say, oh, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you're gone. That is giving instruction without conversation. So don't spend your holiday saying only clean this, stop that. Don't spend your holiday doing that, okay? Instead, ask what's exciting you lately. What is happening, okay? Find out about their world. What's been difficult? What are you learning about yourself? That way you'll be able to learn what's happening, their struggles. That way you'll be able to learn. They can be able to open up to you about their mistakes. Okay, what are you hoping for next time? All these conversations deepens your relationship. It's not just on a surface level. Okay, so what's exciting you lately? What's been difficult? You ask yourself, instead of saying go there, oh, stop that, hey, bring this. You just be giving instruction. But when you get to be able to have conversations in this your instructions, that's the way to connect with your children, because curiosity builds trust. Curiosity builds trust. When your child is wondering what's happening, you are just, that's your curiosity, that's your desire to know to lean in, to find out what's happening around them. It builds this trust. They believe that, okay, they have a trusted and a calm parent to be able to lean on. So curiosity builds trust. Now, the seventh mistake that parents make during the holiday season is leaving character development to chance. So you don't leave character development to chance, okay? During the holiday, you say, oh, you are just thinking of how to make money. You're always thinking of present, instead of presence. Where your children learn what to give your children character. A lot is happening in the children's world. A lot of dysfunctionality is happening in the children's world, and many parents are not aware. They're not even aware that it is your duty to be able to shape your child character, to develop their character. You don't leave it to chance. You don't leave these things to chance. You should be there to curate their character. You should be there to develop it, because character is built intentionally. Character is not something you leave to chance. You build it intentionally by being available. So choose one value each week. Practice it, discuss it, celebrate it. That's the way you get to build this character. But when you just leave it and let them go to their uncle's house, let them go to my parents' house, let them go to there and go and spend the holiday, your child will not, you not even know who they are becoming. You don't know who you are raising, who your child is. You don't know anything about their world. But when you get to know that, when you are aware that it is your duty as a parent to build and develop your child's character, you'll be very careful. Okay, you celebrate character, that value you want to build in your child, you celebrate it. Characters like honesty, responsibility, gratitude, courage, kindness, respect, integrity. These are values you should be desiring to build in your children, not just leaving it to chance, not just dumping them in your parents' house, not just going to dump them in their cousin's house, not just dumping them in your uncle's house, but you should be able to create time to be able to do this character development, because it is your duty as a steward parent. It is your role to be able to steward their character. You don't leave these things to chance, because if you leave it to chance, you don't have a right to judge what is now transmitted to your child, what is now passed on to your child. The only thing you have a right to is what you do. So you are in charge of building their character development, of building values in their lives for them, for their future. So you should steward this time, steward this opportunity, because parents don't assume character Okay, they don't assume character will develop automatically. Steward parents don't just assume that character will develop automatically. They know that it is their duty. It is their duty to steward the destinies of their children. Their duty to steward these stuff about their children, because it will not develop automatically. It is your duty to be able to build values. I've mentioned them. Gratitude. Many children are ungrateful. They are angry over everything. Everything triggers them. You see some children, they are very bitter, and because you are never there, even you self, that is the parent, maybe you self, you are also a bitter person. You're always angry, always ready to tear down, you're always ready to hit, to beat your house up. So all these things are result of ingratitude. They are not character that should be found in you as a parent. So, and you don't know this stuff, you are not aware, because these are mistakes that shouldn't happen in your parenting. Okay, the holiday time is a time for you to work on yourself, and you cannot achieve this if you have not done the healing work on yourself. So that's why you should be in that 3 days course. Okay, be in that class to learn how to use the holiday to your advantage. Okay, learn how to use the holiday to your advantage. The holiday should not be a time for you to be overwhelmed. It should be a time where you get to build character, a time where you get to build kindness, build courage in your children, to get to build respect, integrity. So everything is now, the child came first in their class, the child is best in their class. You now leave them. Some people came first in their class and they are monsters. They are monsters. They are struggling, but nobody knows because they came first in their class. That's not enough. You should be, the holiday time is a time for you to be able to steward who your child is becoming, because you don't assume character. It will not develop automatically. You don't assume these stuffs. You get to build them. Now, the number 8 mistake that parents make is solving every problem for your child. So if you don't want them to go through any problem, you don't want any problem on their part, so you go to the arena, the scene, and then remove every hindrance, every roadblock. You take it off their path. Oh, my child must not suffer. Oh, this must not happen to my child. Solving every problem for your child is not healthy at all. Okay, let your child be able to know that every action have consequences. There's a consequence. There's a logical consequence. There's a consequence for every action. So, but many parents rush too quickly. You're always there, and help the child, and you always have help around to be able to do these things for these children. But you have to know that you have to give your children opportunity to grow. The holiday is a time for your children to grow. So stop solving every problem for your child. Give them opportunities to be able to try, to be able to build their muscles, to be able to build these things for themselves. It's not just about you. So instead of rescuing immediately, instead of rushing, we rescue them immediately, ask questions. Okay? Help your children to think. Ask them questions. Let them be able to think and then bring out solution for the problem. Not that every time say, do this now, do that one, and let's giving instruction. You don't understand what their world is going through. Allow age appropriate consequences, because resilience grows through practice. Allow your child to go through age appropriate consequences. Not every time you jump into the scene to take off roadblocks, to take off hindrances. Let your child be able to think, because that way they will build resilience. They will be able to build their resilient skill. They'll be able to build an empowerment for themselves. Now, the 9th mistake that parents do in their parenting that is very expensive is to compare your child to others. You say, okay, and now they have brought out, they have finished the term, the formal school year has finished. Those people that came first in your class, they have 2 heads. All of those stuff are not important. Okay, don't compare your child to others, because comparison creates insecurity. Your child is very unique in their journey. They are very unique in their own world, because steward parents measure growth against yesterday, not against another child. You measure your child's growth against yesterday, against themselves, not against another child, not against another person, not against your neighbor's children. You measure your child's growth against yesterday, against who they were yesterday, not against their sibling, not against their brother or their sister. You measure growth by who they were, and that's how the child will grow. Not to just say, okay, the person that came there first in your class, the person have two heads. Let your child comparing them to another person. Celebrate your child's progress. Celebrate effort. Develop individuality. Celebrate progress, encourage efforts, develop individuality, build your child, let them be strong in who they are. Let their identity be strong, okay? Let their identity be grounded. Let it be found on a good foundation. Develop their individuality. The 10th mistake that parents make during the holiday season is failing to prepare for the next school year. Many parents just, okay, and you don't even think about that. You're just busy. Every time everything is about money. You're trying to make money. You're trying to make money. The holiday shouldn't end with panic. So use the final weeks to reset routines, to organize supplies, to review goals, to discuss expectations, to build confidence. Okay, build confidence in your child, because there's a lot of wolves out there. The world is so wild. The world, imagine sending your child to school without this preparation. Imagine sending your child to school without this preparation, and they are just loafing around, watching, standing at the fence, standing at the wrong side, being on the. So these things are very important. You have to learn how to use your holiday as an advantage. That is why you should be in that space, because preparation reduces anxiety. Preparation reduces anxiety. Now, practical examples where you get to screen time. So reactive parents will say, oh, that's enough. Drop the phone. You just, oh, you have been on the screen since. Drop the screen, drop the phone, drop that gadget now. But a steward parent, they understands, okay? They understand that technology is useful, but you also need time to learn, to create, to rest, and to connect as a family. So what do? You plan all this stuff. That's why, so that is the first practical example you need. You need to be in that 3 days course. You need to be in that 3 days holiday advantage to be able to learn how to use this stuff to your advantage. You know that technology is good. You don't just, oh, go and sit down, go and drop the phone in my room, and go. You know that you discuss, you have conversation on this, and you work with a plan. You work with a plan. It's not the plan you use for your school time, you are going to use for your holiday season too. Example 2, holiday routine. Holiday routine, okay? So do whatever you want. Many parents will say, do whatever, but a steward parent knows that you plan the days, okay? You plan the holiday, including reading, chores, outdoor play, family time, creativity, and rest. So a steward parent is mindful of all these things that they need to do. So life skills. Instead of doing everything for your teenager, instead of doing everything for your child, teach them to cook a meal, teach them to wash their clothes, teach them how to budget for a small, for purchases, teach them on how to plan part of a family activity, teach them how to make a plan, okay? Because family conversations, rather than asking only how was your day, okay, see what parents ask, what made you laugh today, what challenged you, what are you grateful for, what do you want to improve before school resumes. These conversations are the things that make your child feel seen and understood. During this conversation that your child feel seen and understood. So now here's the shift. It's during this conversation that makes your child feel seen and understood. Many parents think the goal of a holiday is to keep children occupied, is to take your children and drop them in one place like that. That is not the goal of holiday. It's not to keep your child occupied. Steward parents know that the goal is to intentionally shape the children. Okay? The goal of the holiday is to intentionally shape the children. Who shape who the children becomes, who they are becoming. Their becoming is up to you. So you are very aware that these children are becoming adults. Who are they becoming? You are very aware. So you are still stewarding every season. You are still stewarding every opportunity you have with these children. So you are aware, because the holiday isn't an empty time. You hear people say, oh, let's waste time. Let's waste this time. You are not wasting any time. Every time counts. Every time is within the 24 hours in a day. So you know every time counts. So the holiday isn't just an empty time. It is a building time. The holiday should be a building time for you as parents. It should be a building time for you as parents, because you may now recognize that some of these mistakes, okay? every holiday should be a building time for you. You have realized, okay, that yes, so these mistakes are true. I put my children down on the screen without limits, without a plan. But when you plan and sign up for this 3 days course, you you recognize that some of these mistakes, that's a great first step. Okay, you realize these mistakes that parents do, putting your child on the screen, no plan. You just, everybody just does what they like, no plan. Everybody just everybody wake up, the television will be on throughout the day, and this one will just before everybody will be fighting. Hey, this one, and he pushed me, he shout at me. Hey, everybody, because no plan, no structure, everybody is just doing, everywhere is chaotic. So, but now we have realized these mistakes. Now that's the first step. But awareness alone doesn't transform the family. Awareness doesn't transform your family. Many people are aware. Say smokers are liable to die young. People are still smoking. Everybody is aware that parenting is in the work. But yet, which parents want to do the work? We say, is it for the children? You just want to push their parenting duty to the children. Let the children go and do the work. Let the children be calm. Let the children be. Parenting is first of all on you. It's a leadership. It's stewardship. Your ability to be able to steward these destinies. Okay. So now you have awareness that these things happen, but awareness will not transform your family. It will not transform your family. It will not transform your child. What will transform your child? What will transform what will transform your child is transformation requires a clear plan, it requires a clear plan, practical tools, consistency, accountability. So many people don't want to say, how would she be asking me? Who would you be asking me? You don't want to be accountable to any process, any system. You just want to be loafing around. You want to be living life on your own. You can't do that. Okay, as a steward parent, you have to be accountable. As a steward parent, you know that you're answerable to a structure. You're answerable to a system. Okay, you should be under guidance. You should be under guidance. You should not do parenting. Say, okay, and parenting, just do what works for you. And your child is not my child. My child is unique. Your child, yes, everybody's child is unique. Nobody have two children that are the same. Even twins and cannot be the same. They are all unique destinies. Okay, those two children are unique destinies, but you need guidance to be able to bring out to train them on their way, wherever they have their way. They say train a child in the way. You need guidance to be able to train them in that way they should go. So that's why many parents remain stuck, not because they can't or they don't love their children. It's not because you don't love your children. That's not the reason why you remain stuck, but not because you don't love your child, but because you need a framework for intentional parenting. You need a framework for purposeful parenting, for this kind of parenting, for stewardship parenting. You need a framework to be able to achieve this kind of parenting. Because when you tell yourself, oh, and now I know that I should not put my child on the screen all day. I know that my child should not be watching cartoon all day. Now you have known. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? But if today's session has helped you see the holiday differently, imagine what the 3 days focus, the 3 focus days of practical coaching could be for your family. So imagine what it would be like for your family. Please don't forget, don't let anything stop you from entering that class. Don't let anything stop you from entering that class. We have made it very affordable so that as many parents can come in and take advantage of the holiday season and take advantage of this holiday season. You need to join the Holiday Advantage course because it's happening very soon. It's happening on the 13th to 15th of next month. So please join the Holiday Advantage because inside you get to learn. Inside will help you to create meaningful holiday routines. Okay, will help you to create meaningful holiday routines to build deeper connection with your child. Inside the plan, you get to learn how to build deeper connection with your child, to teach life skills and character intentionally. So it's not the holiday or any time in your child's life. It's not a time for you to just you just leave them to chance. The holiday and every time in your child's life is a time to build character. I didn't see anything about it, but I just saw people writing about it of the. So imagine even people that are standing around watching the people that were standing around them watched four boys beat up somebody until he died because of an iPhone that turned out to be a lie. So these things are not something that that just happens. So even the people that were standing around, even the four boys that were beating one person because of a phone, they were all very wrong, and they did not just arrive there. These are the things that have been happening secretly until it has emerged to this stage. So parents, it is our duty to be able to build character. It is our duty, it is a duty on us to be able to build this character for our children. It is not something that will jump on them. It's not something that will happen accidentally. It is something that we'll have to curate and build for ourselves. Another thing you get to learn is how to reduce conflict and improve communication in your home, how to prepare your child confidently for the new school term. So this isn't about filling the holiday with activities. It's about filling it with purpose. It's not about filling the holiday with, oh, just let's just get the children engaged. It is beyond that, okay? Because every holiday is shaping your child. It is beyond taking them to your uncle's place, beyond going to dump them in your parents' house. The holiday is beyond that. So the only question is, will that shaping happen by chance, or be stewarded, or be a stewardship? This shaping that is happening in your holiday, this shaping that's happening in your house, this screen you're putting your child, is this something that, oh, they will meet somebody that will preach to them on the screen? Is this something that you are leaving for them to meet somebody that will preach to them on the screen? Or is something that you are stewarding? Is this something you are doing intentionally, or you are doing it, you are stewarding the times, you are stewarding the season? Because nobody will teach your child what you desire. Nobody, no school, no church will do it. So it is your duty to be able to curate this character. If not, your child will keep struggling. They will keep struggling. Okay, they will keep struggling. The greatest holiday souvenir your child can take back to school is a stronger character. The greatest souvenir your child can take back to school is a stronger character. It's not the screen. Oh, you got them screen, you bought them, you put them under gadget, say, oh, the child is busy, the child is engaged. That is not the souvenir. That is not the greatest thing that they are going to take. Children don't just remember what they did during the holidays. They remember who they became. They remember who the holiday exposed them to becoming. So that's what your child will remember. Not remember all that happened during the holiday. How people went for summer. You went for summer holiday. You traveled abroad. You came back. Your child will not remember that. What they will remember is who they have become. How are you intentional about who they are becoming? Because every season, every time in your child's life is meant to be stewarded, is meant to be intentionally stewarded. Now, steward parents don't measure a successful holiday by how entertained. Steward parents don't measure a successful holiday by how entertained their children were. Okay, you don't measure, say, oh, my child was very then Burna Boy, Whiskey really entertained them, they kept them busy, they learned from these boys during the holiday. But you know that these things are a growth journey. Okay, it's not by entertainment. You don't keep your children on the screen and say, they were really entertained, though these people kept them busy. They need to be growing every day. They need to be growing. You are mindful of their growth journey. You are mindful of who they are becoming, because every holiday is a classroom. Every holiday is a classroom. So steward parents make sure that the lessons are worth learning. They know that this holiday is a classroom, and every lesson is worth learning. It's not just something that will stumble on them. They stumbled. This was the holiday they stumbled on porn. It was in the holiday they stumbled on this. No, it is you are aware of the preparations you need to do, and how to make this holiday an advantage, how to make the holiday an advantage for you, for your child, for your parenting journey. Okay, parenting is a journey. It's not something that's, okay, the holiday and school has come back, thank God I've rested. Parenting goes beyond just you resting. Parenting goes beyond you dumping your children somewhere. Parenting is a time for you to build character, to build growth for your children. Now you get to heal yourself as a parent, to steward your child and to shape the generation. If you don't heal, you will keep bleeding on your children. You keep traumatizing them, and you say, your children ask you for fish and you give them a stone, you're telling yourself that. So because of that, you don't even know the age appropriateness to give your child this stuff. You just give them and let them be fine, and then they are struggling. Nobody is there to guide them, to teach them, because you yourself that is giving them the fish, you don't even know the time to give them the fish, you don't even know the right time, you just hand these things over to them and they struggle with them. But as a parent, you need to be able to know, become aware, so that you can do these things properly. How can you do these things properly? First, by healing yourself and making sure that you are in that 3 days advantage class, 3 days holiday advantage class. Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Subscribe. Many people that watch our classes are not subscribed to the channel. Please do subscribe to the channel, like our videos, and then see you again on this same time next week Wednesday. And don't forget to pay for sign up for the holiday class. It's just 5,500. 5,500, the holiday advantage, how you can use the holiday to your advantage. In that holiday, in that program, in that course, you'll be able to learn how you can become a steward parent and steward the destinies of your children. So thank you all so much. Connection is key. Yes, connection is key. Connection is key. Connection is key. Connecting with your children. Connection is not you. Okay, you are in the house. They are physically in the house. You are physically in the house. That is not where parenting ends. Parenting is also is in the conversations you people have. It is in the conversation, the laughter, is in the bonding you people share. So that is where parenting is. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Ma, for being here. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Ma, for your support, for your encouragement. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you in that class, the parenting advantage. See you all inside the class. Bye.